Part 1. White Clouds. Ethereal Moon. The Cause of Sorrow. Though most stars will still glimmer in the crisp winter air, the blue sea star has gone back into hiding. Legend states that the goddess prays for peace from her home in the heavens. In the town of Garreg-Mach, the anniversary of the monastery's completion nears, and the people's prayers intensify ahead of the Millennium Festival, still 5 years hence.
Alright. Hello everyone and welcome back to Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Last time we finished Chapter 8, and we learned that Tomas was actually Solon, and he was a bad guy, and all that stuff. And this chapter is going to be related to more of the anniversary of the monastery being built. So we're going to kind of deal with a lot of whatever this chapter has to hold for that. Also, we got money. Aloysius' birthday? Sure, why not? I don't know how great this would work, but you know...
I'm here, Professor. Sorry to trouble you.
He's a character.
Oh, what? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Huh? Whoa.
Well, that worked. Usually that selection never works.
Whoa.
There we go.
You don't look much like Captain Gerald, but you remind me of him.
Gee, thanks.
No.
No. Okay. It wasn't perfect, but...
Thanks for the tea, Professor. Let's do that again sometime soon.
I'm guessing you have to laugh at that one. Sometimes those options are just out there. It's just trying to figure out what they want for
We
that
are
last
planning
one.
a grand ball for this month. I'm sure the students will be most pleased.
Yes, certainly. However, we must not devote all of our time to frivolity. We have a new mission for you. We have found evidence of someone sneaking into an unused chapel.
Was something stolen?
No, there is nothing of value in that building. We do not yet know what the intruder's objectives are.
This month, your class is tasked with guarding the chapel and investigating these intruders. With the recent state of affairs surrounding the Holy Church, we cannot afford to overlook any abnormality, no matter how seemingly trivial.
I am ordering a seasoned knight to assist you to ensure the safety of the students. In times like these, I am afraid we must always expect the worst.
That's reassuring.
Reporting for duty, Lady Rhea.
I thought you two could use the time to bond. And to speak of important matters.
Appreciate the thought.
Bear in mind that Gerald has a separate mission of his own. He will join you once he has finished it.
It's true. I'll be away from the monastery for a while. But when I return, I'll come and watch you work. I'll be looking forward to it.
And possibly talk to me about the thing you were wanting to talk about? Alright. 1% of people go straight into a battle. Alright. Is she... not quite. Yeah, really no one else is really set for that. Well, we're exploring the monastery.
Tomas. No. Solon, was it not? And the Flame Emperor. It is most clear that something has transpired, and it relates to you somehow. Or is the fault my own, and you're just caught inside the wave? Sothis, the goddess of this world. I bear her name. How confusing. I feel as though my head has turned to mush.
Interesting thoughts. Alright, well, we're gonna run around the monastery. Hopefully, getting more and more acquainted with the people.
Oh, a grim reminder of my sad reality. The other nobles will be fine, I'm sure. They've all been to events like this before. But me? I'm noble and I've never even been close to one of these things.
I'm sorry to hear that. Because this is something that pretty much every one of you guys are gonna have to deal with. Nope. Oh yeah, that's how you sprint in this. I'm playing this game, not a different one. Good night.
Hey there.
It's been a day.
Oh, now where did that Ingrid run off to?
Oh.
The ball is soon and she hadn't even put on any makeup. I was trying to help her out.
I think it... Can you, like, hold off till, like, the day of? Maybe she didn't want to go through it.
The ball?
Yeah, you're running low.
Oh my, this is great!
Oh, really?
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So you can actually give them something they're like, I don't really care for that, and you don't get anything out of it. Alright, good to know.
Great. Just great. It's that time when all the students get all lovey-dovey. You're new, but you know about the ball, yeah? I can't bear it. Young love is wasted on the young. They can't appreciate it to its fullest. Ugh. I wish I could fall in love too.
You may get there at one point. It's an strange thing to you, I guess. I don't know. Forget-me-nots? Okay. Bro... It's a bit of everything. Alright. See if we can't get some really good results out of that. And that's with a speed +2. Oh my gosh. Just seeing that. Those stats are so bad. His defense and strength are great, but everything else is... Well, his HP's not bad either, but... Like, even Felix has much better stats. Oh, really, Caspar? Alright, Caspar, you're gonna get it. Yeah, you're getting the speed carrot. There we go. Now she can at least take somewhat of a physical attack. Oh. So, her gambits should actually be really powerful. There's a little bit going on. Let's see what's going on with that.
Hi, Dedu. I wanted to thank you again for helping me out the other day. Everything was ready in time for dinner, and we all agreed the food was really tasty.
I barely did anything.
That's silly talk. With just a few ingredients, you made an amazing meal. I could never have done it, no way. You deserve all the praise in the world.
I still have much to learn. Truly delicious food brings a smile to people's faces. Until I see His Highness smile in that way, I will spare no effort to improve.
Well, if that's your aim, you're in luck. I've seen him shovel in your food with gusto. You must be really ambitious if you're not satisfied with that meal. I'd love for you to teach me your ways. I want to be a great cook too.
Your skills are not the problem. You merely make errors of negligence.
Well, sure, I know that. But how can I stop making those errors? No matter how hard I try, I always seem to mess things up. The pan explodes when I cook. I forget my purse when I go shopping. That's just how life is for a scatterbrain like me. Just the other day, I was nearly laughed off the training ground for wearing mismatched shoes. My uncle used to sigh in despair when he saw me messing something up.
You simply fail to pay attention to your surroundings. Ensure the pan is on the flame and that the knives are put away properly. Look at yourself in the mirror before you go out to make certain you have what you need. Everyone makes mistakes, but yours should be easy enough to correct.
That's all great advice. Thank you, Dedu. You really have a kind heart. At first I thought you were so stern all the time.
Am I that imposing?
Well, a bit. Maybe if you smiled sometimes. All you have to do is lift up the corners of your mouth. Like this. See?
I see. I will try it.
Kinda worked. I mean, there you go, I guess.
Apologies for my late arrival, Mercedes. My duties ran long, as per usual.
There's no need to apologize at all. Please, have a seat. We've met for tea so many times, but you never seem to get used to it, do you, Ingrid?
Not entirely, no. I'm not accustomed to being treated so delicately. Anyway, what will we talk about today?
I actually wanted to gripe about something that's been bothering me.
You? Gripe? Now that's unusual. I'm happy to listen, of course. It's the least I can do after all the kindness you've shown me.
Thank you. The one thing I really wanted to talk about is marriage.
Oh?
Yes. I received a letter from my adoptive father about marriage discussions with a noble family.
And will you accept?
That's the problem. No matter what I decide, I'll probably be married off anyway. What I really want to do is help those in need. But I think it would be more difficult to do so if I married a nobleman.
Understandably so. Sounds to me like you need a strategy to silence your father.
Sorry? To silence him?
Don't you agree? It seems the best course of action would be to consider severing all ties with the family and running away.
We don't need to go that far. I'm sorry, I really just needed to let that out. I don't need you to worry about solving my problems.
Oh, okay. It's just a bit personal for me, actually. My own father has brought countless marriage proposals to my attention. He always was obsessed with me carrying on the family bloodline. At a very young age, my hand had already been promised to someone in marriage. But Glenn died young.
That must have been difficult for you. Would you have married him if he had survived?
That's a good question. It's hard to imagine now. Although I did admire him quite a lot. He held true to the ideals of knighthood, proudly serving the king. Even after all these years, I aspire to be the type of knight that he embodied. But that's just it. I'm not a tool for furthering my family's fortunes. I'm a knight at heart, regardless of what my father desires.
I see. A very noble cause indeed. How strange that we should be worrying about the same thing.
Even though we are such different people.
It's true. Enjoying a nice chat over tea with you like this makes me realize maybe the paths we walk aren't so different after all. Don't you think?
I do. These tea parties of ours, they really are something special.
That they are. Ingrid, I would love to get to know you better if that's okay. I want to know about your childhood, your favorite books, the sweets you like, anything at all.
Absolutely. I'm happy to speak with you anytime. And I want to know you better too, Mercedes.
How about that? Nice friendship has started. Alright. Let's go through... Oh, there's the one
No,
art.
Professor, I used to think I would be comfortable with all manner of experiments, so long as they provided usable results. But when I heard of Solon's work, well, I realized I'd not considered the moral and philosophical limits of what all manner of experiments might mean. Oh, sorry. I'm not great with blood, even when I'm just thinking about it. I feel a bit ill now.
Man.
Ah, the ball. It reminds me of how I met my wife. I was at a village's harvest festival. There was a full moon, bathing everything in its cool glow. She appeared out of nowhere, dancing gracefully in the moonlight. A lovely fairy.
That's a wonderful
We
story.
soon fell in love and tied the knot. Now we have a daughter who's as bright and beautiful as a sunny morning. So, whenever I see people dancing, I think of my wife, and my heart does a little waltz.
Bit of a romantic, are we? Oh, how do I want to go about this? Let me look at the stats that I have grown. Writing's gone up a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do then.
Pardon me.
Hello.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Other than the legend of the Goddess Tower, of course. Have you heard the students talking about it? On the last night of the ethereal moon, on the same night as the ball, if a man and a woman go to the Goddess Tower and make a wish, it's sure to come true. I have a wish, but I can't find anybody to make it with me.
And with this, you can pick anyone that's of the opposite sex that the professor is. So in our case, we only have Ingrid and a Mercedes. If you're a female, you actually have a bigger list because there's more males. Yeah. I was going to see if I could just hold the up and it actually scroll through it quickly. But, what about Mercedes? And that actually does affect what happens later on.
Hey, welcome. Come again.
Let's talk to you.
This one, yes?
And like always, since you guys, so you guys don't have to watch this, I'll do the fishing off screen.
I think this one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
Because honestly, getting the professor level up
What do you require?
that way is really nice.
Farewell.
And it's also really easy to do it. No. Again, I'm trying to put myself back in the mindset of playing this game. I got as soon as I started playing I got from playing this game after playing
I've been thinking of inviting a girl from a different house to the Goddess Tower on the night of the ball. But here's the twist. She's from a family with a much more significant and storied past than mine. I wonder if she'd ever stoop to going out with the humble son of a knight.
Well, who knows? You just ask. But I came from playing Horizon Zero Dawn to playing this, so my mindset's on those controls and not this game. So it's like
Great work in Remire Village, Professor. Who would have ever guessed it was Tomas? But no. Now isn't the time to get lost in gloomy thoughts.
Yeah, I guess not.
Thanks so much.
You can have flour. Hi,
Mercedes
Ingrid.
locked me in her room for hours earlier. She was slathering pounds of makeup onto my face, saying something or other about the ball. It really wore me out.
So that's why she was running away. Alright.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Hi, Caspar.
I can't believe this. I'm so angry right now. First it's the Death Knight, and now Tomas, but neither of them are in custody. I can't stand the thought of such evil lurking in the world. We have to do something about this. I have to do something about this.
Well, don't worry.
For me, this is so great.
We'll get him.
For me, this is so great.
Hi, Gilbert.
It cannot be true that our siblings in arms could turn against us so. However, I will continue investigating members of the church. To think that even someone as senior as Tomas would fall under suspicion. I know not how far to take my search.
Well, at this point, maybe even some of the students.
Yes. A great many strange and terrible things have come to pass this year. I must not dismiss the possibility that someone among the students is behind it all. I have a request.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, let's do writing as our faculty training with him. There's Raphael.
The ball is coming up soon. I am so excited.
Because the food?
I can't wait to fill up on food while everyone's dancing. I even heard there'll be some prime cuts of meat.
Yep, It's Raphael, what do you expect? He's all about the food.
Even though there is to be a ball, we still have a mission. It would be nice if this month passed by in peace.
Well, you and I know that's probably not gonna happen.
It seems the dastards who set Remire village aflame have yet to be apprehended. Monsters. Trampling mercilessly over innocent lives. They deserve a gruesome end.
Alright. Tone down the insanity by, 5 million degrees, please.
Thank you.
I'd rather not have to take you to therapy. But he kinda needs it already. Someone who wears glasses. Okay.
Hey.
Ah, the ball. It reminds me of my first such event, back in the Imperial capital. It was held by my father, the Prime Minister. I really showed off my dancing skills. Everyone was quite impressed with me.
Dancing a Fodlin is not the same as dancing from Bridget. The reason is, maybe that the music has many differences. In Bridget, dancing is different for each person. Our dancing has vigor and ferocity. There is no speech of technique for our dancing.
Interesting. Well, that's kind of...
There's a certain gentleman I'd like to invite to a rendezvous at the Goddess Tower. However, I can't imagine he'd be interested in a sheltered ingenue like myself. It's hard to pluck up the courage when that's where my thoughts always take me.
Wait, are you thinking about the guy that's thinking about asking you to dance? Because that would be totally ironic.
Another month full of chaos. I've barely had time to catch my breath. What is the objective of Tomas and his ilk? And what makes Flame so special? Does that not bother you?
Well, who knows?
Really?
Oh no. What happened in Remire was indescribable. The whole village burned to the ground. So many were left without even a home to return to. Thankfully, Her Grace the Archbishop has invited those who lost everything to stay at Garreg Mach. I pray that they will be able to return to their once peaceful lives as soon as possible. Until that day, we of the Church must join together and do all that we can to help them rebuild.
Well, that's a good thing. Ferdinand would be good company for that. Occasional human reaction's good for you. Oh yeah, there's one more. Each day is full of unique challenges. No? Really? Okay. Yeah, Annette and Dorothea.
Singing is so much fun. Everyone should enjoy themselves while they're doing it. I'll keep my voice down. Don't want people thinking I'm vying for attention. But How loud is too loud?
Oh, I see now.
There we go.
A ball? I don't think I'll partake.
Well, why not?
Hello, Professor. The ball will soon be upon us. Ah, I can feel my heart fluttering already. I have never danced in front of people before. Not even once in all my life. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Oh, that's good.
Wow, I'm delighted.
So she really likes flowers. Because it gave her quite a bit of affinity. Alright.
Need something? This one?
Yeah, let's go with that.
You're all set.
2,500 to get that. And 1,000 for the
again
rest.
soon.
Oh. Alright. Is there... No. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Let's see if there's... I'm trying to remember if there... where everyone is. Because... Oh, Ash is on the other side.
Pardon me. Oh no.
Well,
Well, you can... It's just like, what's with some of these people? Like, oh no, it's you. Like, take that attitude somewhere else.
Last month was, well, you know even better than I do. I hope this one will be more cheerful. This ball, though, I don't know. It's all new to me.
Oh, don't worry about it, man. What's with the circle of cats? And then there's the random dog sitting over there. Well, standing over there barking. Is it like a cat conference where they meow about all their problems or something? I don't know. Do cats even have conferences? Or board meetings or whatever? Because, I mean... what would they talk about? It's just weird. Alright, well, let's go to the training ground to stop talking about the cats and their weirdness. Hello!
what's this about? The ball. Knights don't participate. It's an event for students, but it does pique the interest of some knights in particular.
Like you? Yeah.
The glory of progress.
Too much merriment. The librarian betrayed us. The Death Knight is back. Is this the time to be throwing a ball?
Well, let me put it to you this way. It's a way to get your mind off things, instead of being serious all the time. Oh, someone's wanting to have a support conversation. So let's just run over there and have it. Have at it, I guess. I don't know. Hey, Hubert.
Professor.
Oh, hello, Caspar.
Hey, Professor. What's going on?
There's a suspicious man.
A suspicious man? Where? Oh, is that him? What do you think he's up to? Never mind that. Let's get him.
Let's just keep watch for now.
Keep watch? It's so boring. My instincts tell me that he's up to no good, and my instincts are never wrong. Come on, let's get him before he has a chance to strike.
The path he's walking to...
Huh? Huh! It leads to the plaza where the kids play. There's no way I'm letting this guy get anywhere near those kids.
Caspar, why did you disobey your professor?
Well,
I am not seeking excuses from you. I asked because I want you to consider your actions and apologize for them. It just so happens that you were correct in your assumption that this man was a villain. If that were not so, he would not have chosen to take his own life upon seeing you advancing toward him.
Great! So I was...
But, because of your actions, that is all we know. There is no way for us to know who he was, what he was planning to do, or if he has allies lurking about. The only lead we have is a scorpion tattooed on his arm. If this indicates that he was a member of an underground organization, we have no way of dealing with it. Are you prepared to be held responsible if his group commits a serious crime?
It was my fault for not being able to stop him.
Oh, I couldn't possibly.
What are you talking about, Professor? We didn't do anything wrong. Those kids might have been in danger if we didn't act. I couldn't just stand by and let that happen.
His support conversation starts off a bit interesting. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly where it leads, because that's the only level I've gotten so far with any of the files I've got, so it'll be interesting to see where that would even go, to be honest.
Nope.
Wait. Oh. We've got Gilbert up this way.
Thank you very much.
Alright. And we also have another support conversation with somebody over this way. Dorothea. What's wrong?
Professor, Oh, don't worry. It's nothing. Actually, could we talk for a bit? Somewhere a little more private? I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I find you a little difficult to be around. I know. I'm your student and you're just trying to watch out for me. But the way you look at me sometimes, it's like you're seeing right through me.
Seeing right through you?
Don't worry. I know you don't mean anything bad by it. I'm just too self-conscious, I guess. The thing is, I don't have anything to call my own. No land, no birthright, no fortune. Little knowledge or battle skill. I think that's why I always clung to my popularity as a diva. Even after leaving the stage behind, I sort of kept up the act. When I look at you, it's like your eyes are accusing me. Telling me that you see right through it. That's what I mean when I say it's difficult being around you. Hey, this might be nuts, but maybe you could show me some kind of weakness of yours?
Excuse me?
You know my biggest fear. If I know one of yours, maybe I'll feel less, I don't know, vulnerable.
Well, they could really help.
Excellent. Well then, don't mind me. You know, Professor, I never hear any gossip about you. Of a romantic nature, I mean. Would I be right in assuming you're not very experienced with romance? Maybe we should find out somehow. Professor? What's with you? Why aren't you reacting to anything I'm doing? Oh, come on. Is your heart even beating? You're making me lose my confidence.
Sorry.
That's all right. I didn't really think a little tease like that would be enough to get to you anyway. Though it does still make me lose just a little confidence in my own charms.
It's because technically our character has like little to no emotions.
Hi there. Legend has it that long ago, a female student from the academy met with a mysterious man at the Goddess Tower. They fell in love at first sight and were bound together forever after. But that's not the really interesting part. The incredible part is that the man was apparently the Adrestian Emperor himself. Oh, what I wouldn't give to fall in love at first sight with a splendid and powerful gentleman. I want my own fairy tale romance, and I want it now.
Good night. Like, can you not be so conceited about yourself?
Everyone's in such a festive mood. I feel a bit out of my element here. I can't help but worry something might happen while we're all distracted. After all, our enemies are always plotting. Still, this air of levity is much more agreeable than the grim atmosphere of late.
Ain't that the truth?
Hi there.
Well, no one's in our classroom. They're out doing stuff.
It's almost time for the ball. Oh my, am I excited! This being a school, we don't have many chances to get dressy.
Well, that's Hilda
Some
for you.
scary things have been happening lately. I hope that this month, of all months, is peaceful. The ball is coming up and everything. Although I'm not much of a dancer, actually.
Oh, that's fine.
It's true that Tomas was employed here under the recommendation of House Ordelia. But that's all I know of the topic. I never even seen him prior to enrolling here. Even when he was supposedly in Ordelia territory, I never once saw him there. I'm still feeling bothered by all of this. But there's not much else I can say about it right now.
Well, how about it?
Yes? I'm actually very busy right now.
Oh.
If you're here to ask a favor, please ask someone else.
Not enough magic or faith. I'm guessing it's the magic part. Because I'm at a C plus faith. Unless that's supposed to be like a something I'm supposed to be proficient.
The long-awaited ball. Finally an opportunity to showcase my exquisite skills on the dance floor. These skills were ingrained in me when I was a boy. My hands and feet move on pure instinct.
At any rate, back into Sanity Land. Let's move somewhere else. Gosh. I don't know what is with that dude, but he is something else. Alright,
Our life in Remire Village is gone. Father and Mother, gone. Why couldn't you have arrived just a little sooner?
I'm not even gonna say anything about that.
This looks delicious. Let's eat.
Ooh, I love this stuff. Did you know that?
Let's see, no one there. Wait. Oh yeah, Manuela's over there. I was thinking to myself, where is Manuela? I know I saw her somewhere.
Great. I can't.
Yeah. So I've got 2 other things I can do. Alright.
I have looked into Tomas, but I just cannot make sense of this at all. From his behavior up until now, I never would have suspected that a man like him could turn on us. I have also discovered that his appearance has changed. It is almost as if he is not even human. What in the world is going on?
He's got quite a bit he can help out as far as teaching you. I'm not gonna do that.
Before the ball, it is customary that we host a competition of dance known as the White Heron Cup. The students are quite fond of this tradition. Each house must select a representative to compete. Their dance shall be judged by its beauty, grace, and technique. The student who is deemed the winner will be given the opportunity to train as a dancer, should they so please. It is a very precious thing, the gift of dance. I hope that you and your students will choose to participate. May I ask a favor of you?
This is actually what she means by training as a dancer. It's a whole new class that specific student can learn, become. And it's only one person. So you want to pick someone you actually use quite a bit. And at the start, at week 3 of this month, the Hair and White Cup Dance Contest will be held. To participate, you must select a representative by the end of week 2. So, we'll have the student picked out by this episode, so don't worry about that. I think I have to spend a time period teaching that student how to dance, so we'll leave it at that.
Garrigmach Monastery is said to have been completed during the ethereal moon. Why, 995 years ago, as a matter of fact. That's rather a long time ago, don't you think? Every year, a ball is held to celebrate the founding, and every 100 years, a very special celebration takes place. It's a grand festival involving all of Garrigmach. It is thrilling to read of past festivals, and I'm rather excited to experience one for myself. Once in a lifetime, eh? The next one, in 5 years, will mark a millennium. Should be quite an event. Do you imagine you'll still be here teaching then?
Possibly. I don't see why not. Okay, he's over there. The giant, text box was covering where Cyril was.
No, Tomas wouldn't betray the church. I don't believe it. I won't believe it. There's some people in the church who hate people like me who are from Elmira, but Tomas was always real kind. But if he really was Lady Rhea's enemy, well, I'd defend her against anybody, no matter how kind they'd been in the past.
I was gonna say, dude, hey, you were there. Like, you should know. You were there. Wait a minute.
There's some, but
I've got a bunch of this stuff.
I don't know.
No.
I don't. I don't know. I don't.
Let's head over this way.
The area with the old chapel was supposed to be off limits. It was at risk of collapse, so they didn't even post guards. It's not too strange. Does that surprise you? Meh. Garreg Mach has lots of places that are blocked off for one reason or another. That's true of the underground Holy Mausoleum as well as the Northern Woods. People call it the Sealed Forest, but as far as I can tell, it's nothing special. Just a forest.
Well, with all the bad guys kind of hanging out and about, you'd think you would possibly have some people stationed around there to make sure that nothing bad happens.
I'm glad the Remire village situation got sorted out, but it's not over yet, is it? And I can't believe old Tomas turned out to be an enemy. Who can you trust anymore?
Well, honestly, who knows? Who knows? Alright. That's right, I didn't see Dorothea. Oh, she's like right outside. Okay.
I wonder if Remire village will ever be the same again. How do you recover from such a terrible event? So many dead, so much destroyed. I can't see how the whole village doesn't just end up abandoned. I'm sorry, Professor. I'm talking about such grim and terrible things when we could be talking about the White Heron Cup. It's a big dance contest between the classes, and I simply adore dancing. I'm quite good at it, since I was a diva in an opera company, you know.
Should I choose her as a representative of the dance contest? Well, that's one reason why I came to talk to her, so yeah.
I think my heart just skipped a beat. You want me to represent the class? I'm not sure when I last experienced such flattery, Professor.
You have chosen your representative of the White Heron Cup. Speak to Manuela for more information about the competition. If you speak to your White Heron Cup representative, you can give them one dance lesson, and do so their charm will increase. So, to look at her current charm, it's at 16. Let's actually, before we give her a lesson, we'll talk to Manuela. And she'll kind of explain a little bit more about it.
I hear you've chosen your representative for the White Heron Cup. In that case, a word of advice. On an average year, the winning contestant has about this much charm.
Is usually around 13. So, Dorothea already has
charm is important.
more than
Wouldn't
that.
you agree? Who wants a partner with no charm? Not me. Do your best, make sure to put in the practice, and good luck.
And she had 16 for her charm, so it's a high possibility she'll win. But to make sure she wins, what you can do is give her a dance lesson.
Hi there.
Funny thing is you can ask anybody to be the representative to do the White Herring Cup. I had on one of the other playthroughs that we're going to be going through, Sylvain was the one that won that, so there you
Professor,
go.
You're here to help me practice for the dance contest?
Yes, I am. And essentially, you could sit there and kind of talk to it. Well, not really talk. You're just kind of looking through all this. There's not much that's going to happen, and you can't really do anything. It's just more of this kind of a picture. So we're going to end the dance practice, but her charm increases by 5.
How was that? Was my dancing everything you hoped for and more? I certainly enjoyed it. We simply must do it again. Soon.
And I don't... Okay, so you don't actually use it.
How was that?
I don't know if you can give more than one lesson. That's something I would have to look into. But, yeah. That's a bit of a craziness. So... She is now at 21 charm. Suffice to say, that's kind of crazy.
Professor.
Hello, Ash. I don't know what that was.
Hey, Professor. Did I ever tell you what happened with that thief?
No? No, you didn't.
I went after him, and I did manage to catch up, but...
You couldn't get him to pay for the book?
Sort of. I actually decided not to make him pay for it. My pockets were pretty empty after that incident, if you want to know the truth. Well, what happened was, when I caught him, I asked him why he stole the book. He said he thought it would fetch a good price, and that he really needed the money. He had a sick kid and couldn't pay for medicine.
He didn't look old enough to have children.
No, maybe you're right. But if he really did have a sick child, that would be a matter of life and death. A little money is nothing compared to that. I'd rather believe a lie than risk someone's life if I'm wrong. And to be completely honest, there was a time when I wasn't so different from him.
You were a thief?
It was a long time ago, and I've put all that behind me now. But yes, I was. My parents died of illness, so I had to provide for my little brother and sister. I did my best to earn money for them legitimately, but I wasn't able to bring home enough. So I turned to thieving. From people on the streets, from shops, even from soldiers. I knew it was wrong, but seeing my brother and sister's smiling faces made me too happy to stop.
I can't imagine what it must have been like.
I really regret that part of my life. I was stupid. But shortly after I turned 9, I crept into a local noble's mansion, aiming to steal whatever I could get my hands on. The noble had all sorts of valuables, but what really caught my eye was a book with a fancy cover. That book was Lug and the Maiden of Wind. The knight in the illustrations was so impressive I just couldn't tear my eyes away.
Go on.
You probably see where this is going. Moments after I grabbed the book, I was caught in the act by the noble. And that noble was none other than Lenato. But Lenato was incredibly kind. Without asking any questions, he gave me the book. And money, too. When I told him I couldn't read, he invited me into his mansion, along with my brother and sister. He taught me how to read, personally. So, with the thief I caught in town, I was trying to do the same thing. To be like Lenato. I want to make up for the bad things I've done. To leave this world better than I found it. That's why, even if it wasn't easy on my pockets, I'm proud to say I helped him.
Isn't that a little bit self-indulgent?
I know what you're trying to say. My contribution probably won't change much. And it's not like I have the money to help everyone who's suffering from poverty.
Even so, I can't bear to stand by and do nothing. What else could I have done, Professor?
Well, fair enough.
Let me see.
That kid's just random comment after that. Okay. That actually explains a lot about Ash's personal trait. The fact that he has lockpick. That makes sense because he was a thief at one point. That's really interesting.
That's
history buff. Look.
Someone entered the old chapel. I think the townsfolk used it for feasts and such in the past. With that whole Tomas business, you can't blame the church for being on edge.
True that. Oh, there is a net on the other side. Back for magical tools. Secretly like stars.
So, Tomas the librarian was a bad guy? But he always seemed so nice. Oh, come on, Self. You're better than this. You promised you'd be on top of things this month.
Is this yours? Where is it?
A lost item.
No. Okay. I just thought I'd ask. Alright. I think that's everybody. Looks like it. But Shamir has something to say? I thought I talked to her.
What's this about? The ball. Knights don't participate. It's an event for students, but it does pique the interest of some knight. Alois can't dance, but I hear he likes to watch.
Oh.
He volunteered to judge the White Heron Cup. Not that I care.
Okay. Let's have a black magic tournament and have Annette be the one to go. Yeah.
Ready or not?
Oh.
What's done is done.
Well, how about that? Sure.
What's done is done.
Yes. Couldn't you have done that earlier? Just saying.
Thank goodness.
That way you wouldn't have gotten hit twice. Yeah. She's not winning after this.
That worked out.
Yeah, Strategame is just a bit much. Yeah. Alright. That will be it for this video here. And in the next one, we'll start the work week of teaching the students and whatnot. also in the process. I'm going to be in the middle of this. I'm going to be fishing, so not to bore you guys with it, I'll kind of do that, and we'll be back. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.